SCA Board Member Jim Coleman opened the meeting. He stressed the importance of SCA residents to use the available methods to stay informed.
My name is Jim Coleman. I'm a recently elected board member from being appointed a board member. And I want to welcome the leaders of the clubs and the service groups. An interesting point, over the 19 or 20 years, this is the first time on a proactive basis that we provided an opportunity for the community to meet a board president. And this is consistent with the overall communication strategy that we're working on for the association. I think you'll get little argument that communication is the lifeblood of any entity. And we certainly are an entity, and we certainly can improve upon our communication efforts. The board has a basic responsibility to develop a process to get its message out. And so that's what we're trying to do. This is our second effort in terms of communication. The first was in February, where we had a workshop that brought out NRED and the Ombudsman to explain the process of how they work. So my role today is to give you an overview of the communication strategy or process that we want to roll out. So in order to get started, I had to find out what is the definition of communication. I'm sure if I ask each one in this room, we'd probably get varied differences with respect to what it is. So for me, I went to the Business Dictionary to come up with a template that would allow me to move forward with developing a strategy. And this is what the Business Dictionary said. It's a two-way information sharing process which involves one party sending a message that is easily understood by the receiving party. The key element of this is that it's a two-way sharing process. And so our effort is to make sure that we do that. We want to have an outreach process that has these elements involved in it: proactivity and engagement. And under the subset of engagement, we want to look at verbal engagement. If you look at following the PowerPoint, these are some of the current association communication tools that we have. SCA TV, Spirit Magazine, SCA Relay, e-blasts, comment cards, SCA website, bulletin boards, and LCD screens. And the one that I didn't put up there was Board of Directors meetings. Here's the point I want to make. For the most part in this association, a great majority of people do not use or access the tools that are available in terms of sharing information. But yet, we consistently hear, why don't you tell us what's going on in the community? So one person said it to me, probably caught me on a bad day, and I said, well, why don't you come to find out and hear what you don't know about? And so we have this little adage. If Mohammed doesn't come to the mountain, then we're going to take the mountain to Mohammed. We're going to continually have these meet and greets, if you will, regardless of how many people show up, because it's a board responsibility to get its message out. There's no question that over the past year, perhaps, there's been a lot of acrimony, a lot of information that's been shared, and the question has been posed to the board and to management: why don't you respond and share with us what's really going on? The board and operating management in concert will be working on developing meetings on a verbal interaction basis where we can share data and where data can come back to us in terms of feedback. one of the more controversial things that we said we want to try is we want to reach out to every blogger in the community and form a bloggers roundtable to exchange data. Why would we want to do that? Someone says, if someone is saying things that you don't agree with, why would you want to do that? Because they are a part of this community. And they have an opinion, right or wrong. I won't put on which side I think it is, but right or wrong. They have an opinion. And so that's going to be our strategy. I urge you to read the July edition of The Spirit. I took the best picture I could take, and I understand they're going to put it in the magazine. I don't normally button my shirt up, but I thought, okay, I'll button it up. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for coming. You deserve a round of applause, so give yourselves a round of applause for being able to come. So I want to do a quick survey. I want to ask a question. By show of hands, how many of you regularly attend the board meeting? Now, if people in the front want to turn around and look, you will see that there's quite a few people that are here today that don't attend regular board meetings. The next question, how many of you regularly view SCA TV? It's even lower. How many of you are signed up for eBlast? That's great. So we've got a lot of people signed up for eBlast. That doesn't include those who signed up today, although I'm sure some of you raised your hands. How many of you access SCA website? Okay.